Uh, okay, let's see how this go. Good morning, guys, and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegwete TV radio. My name is Daffy Matthias. You're gonna love to call me the Elegwete on the sports. I'm trying not to be too fast. I'm trying to be bourgeoisie. I'm trying to be a bit bougie. I be Paco, it go still show. No matter how I try to do Ajabota things, the Paco-ness in me go still show, right? So let's just keep it Paco like that. Well, I think on the show today, there's a few questions that I need to answer. A few questions that doesn't even concern football. Why do people need me to get involved in matters that doesn't concern football? There's a whole lot to discuss in football, and somebody, Jane, now brought one question that doesn't concern me. What do me and Ashake get? Nah, oh God of heaven, but I will not run away from it. I would answer it. Right. So once again, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegwete TV Radio. My name is Daffy Matthias. You're gonna love to call me the Elegwete One of Sports. This is the last edition for this month that will be done from here, from Lagos, Nigeria. Then tomorrow there will be no show because tomorrow we'll be on the road going to Ghana, and by that time we might be whether we might be in still inside Nigeria or outside Nigeria where there'll be no network, no internet, and we can't even do live stream on the phone. So I'm sorry, it's one of those things that happens, but we're going to find a way. And then when we get to Ghana, probably late, we'll be too tired, too stressed out, looking for accommodation, trying to sort ourselves out that we might not really be able to do give you guys update. But what we'll do is we'll shoot a lot of content on the road as we're going, and then we'll put them together. So I implore you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay with us. We're gonna give you a whole lot because this is for me. First, this is not a do or I've not done. I've not covered all African games before. I don't know how it is. Yesterday, finally, my accreditation finally came through. All of my crew, every member of my crew, have their accreditation sorted now. So everybody, all five of us, have our accreditation. Before it was only Jamil Adelashe that had his accreditation of our team, and he's the last member to join our team. Oh, I mean, he's the outsider in the team, but it didn't change anything. That's how things work. And everybody was panicking. I told them, if they like, they give us accreditation. They like, they give us accreditation. When I reach Ghana, my name is Esio Dafe. Uh-huh. When I reach Ghana, I will sort everybody out. That's just the way I go about life. And that kind of confidence that I always use. And sometimes it gets people thinking like I am crazy. I don't know if it's a crazy thing, but I just, get to that point where I know that, you know what, don't worry about the things you can't change. I mean, Nigeria here, the people that are doing accreditation in Ghana, I can't force them. I can't beat them, right? And no matter the amount of email I send to them, it won't change their own timing. Ghana people are not in a hurry. I've been to Ghana like 11 times. I know they're not in a rush. They don't live this rush hour life that we live here in Nigeria. So I know that from that already, they are not going to be too much under pressure to impress anybody, which I accepted. So fast forward to yesterday, they send the accreditation. I was like, okay, good, we're ready to go now. And these are the tickets. These are bus tickets. This you see this whole thing here, 7 seats on the bus. 7 seats on the bus. 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 on the bus. That's our bus ticket. So we're good to go. We need your support to Mona not abandon us. So say we did their side. Mona they watch our content. Mona they comment to tell us what we're doing right and what we're not doing right. Give us thumbs up when you need to, and if you need to give us thumbs down, to give us, but just be nice. Be nice to us. And I'm taking some rookies. So Teresa is a rookie. Joy is a rookie. I'm taking them, and on this trip, I think the best thing that I want to do is to train them and turn them into real. Let me see if I can achieve what I set out to achieve, to make superstars out of rookies. Okay, so that's the purpose of going, and it's an expensive training adventure because for me it's training, but to spend this much money just to go and train people outside of Nigeria is crazy. And to be very honest, they are not like directly my staff. They work for other media houses, but I just think that sometimes you have to play this contribution. Babe, where my handkerchief? You have to play this role as a not godfather, but as a gatekeeper, just to help. So those are some of the things that we want to do, and I think Teresa, for instance, for me, I think on social media she's already doing very well there. Okay, she's shopping. She's just shopping for the rest of her life. If you follow her on TikTok and on Instagram, you will know what I'm saying. For Elegbete TV Radio, just as it is spelled, Elegbete TV Radio. Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok. We are Elegbete TV Radio on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We're pretty new on social media. We bit long there, but we've not been active. We just got active yesterday. First, we made our first post on TikTok yesterday. We're still looking at it. We'll make another post, and we'll continue to make posts. That account is meant for the, what's it called? It's meant for the, thank you, Mrs. Edafi, the amazing, amiable, adorable, beautiful Mrs. Edafi. My sunshine. What's that? Yeah, continue. Shift it back and put it on. Okay, so thank you very much, Mrs. Eda. She's my manager. When your wife is your manager. Okay, so like I was saying, so just bank on them as the people that will give you most of the content. Then me as a person, what would I be doing? I'll be doing this. I'll be catching up with games that are going on in different parts of the world, sporting headline, and whatever question you throw at my DM or my inbox and ask me to talk, I would discuss. But you guys should be engaging, okay? And thanks to those guys who sent me a message that yesterday's show was beautiful. Thank you very much for making, for those remarks. They kind of engineer the way that I do. But let's say the ground running. Somebody, Jane, sent this message. Jane, your question, Sha. Okay, somebody said I should share the link of the show to them. Wow. Verse. Some people just go straight to the channel and get to be part of the show. No, they will see send the link. If you want me to watch it, send the link. I don't understand. Can you not just go straight to the show and then just watch as I am doing the show? No, just say send the link. Okay, make it not like say that it's arrogant. Like I send the link. Because like I say, he don't feel himself. My should. Okay. Let me go to the message from Jane. Shit, where's Jane? Where is Jane? Hold on. I'm trying to get the message straight up. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it. Hi, Dafi. Good evening. So this was sent yesterday evening. That's why I was searching for it, because a whole lot of other messages have come up, and I don't have all these numbers saved. They're just coming in and they're just there, right? So she said, "Hi, Dafi. Good evening. I would like you to discuss this tomorrow morning on the show. I don't like commenting on the channel, but I watch every show that you put up and I enjoy it. I just think that since I have your number, I should send the message here. And the message, the topic I want to hear your opinion on is on this Ashake versus the church controversy. What is your take? And I know you would say you don't want to discuss it, but please, I need to hear your take. And I also know that you don't really like the Nigerian church. Even if your opinion will be biased, I still want to hear your take. I know you always say that you grew up in church, so you are a church boy, whether you like it or not. So therefore, I need to get your take on this one. Is it overreaction, or is it what the reaction? Well, let's start with that one first. So what? For you? Okay, when I'm coming. Even when you do show, don't see the same errand. I be boy now. I be errand boy. You don't understand. Don't worry. When I did Ghana, you go file, you go send that message. This is Edafi. I did do show. It remind me of my mama. I got admission. I don't know if anybody experienced this still. Let me share this to you. I got admission to University of Port Harcourt. I can't feel like say I don't arrive. I don't start school. You know that first 3 months where you go day school, come there on your own. Well, I've always been on my own, but this time by big boys level, you day school, you they feel the the whole shobalism, the choba and all those wee bros, and then you have this dream. If I don't finish school, I'll go and work offshore as an engineer. All those mumu feelings. I can't come back to a house like there's break. I come house, biggest mistake. For not come out. I come house, I cross leg, the read book. Normally my normal routine. I may be the houseboy of the house. I may the cook, I may the fresh water, I may the wash plates, wash clothes, bath children, do everything. But now I'm back home. And somewhere along the line, I left home like in 1991 when I was in JS3. I left home to go and stay on my own. But now as I go school, I'm not going to retain that house for number 15 Yossi Street. Wow. Thank you very much for 10K. Money they join for this. Our feeding money for this trip. Whenever I will say, but God, they. So I now, feel like as I don't go school, that 3 months, my younger ones, them happy, lucky, very small, all of them, they don't they work for house. My auntie, so Sister Grace, and my stepdad's younger brother, Isaac Boro. All of them don't they work for us. So me, if I come back, I'm supposed to have like the little respect of a student, right? Of a university student, based off on say among all these colonies. Now these people they here. Now let me I get university levels. Understand? I'll be Christiana for Bruco, my mother, AJ granddaughter. I give a woman. As I just sit down there like this, that Saturday morning, they read. Wait, I never know whether not James Hadley shares or something. They read one small novel like this. I just did there. They form Wally Shoyinka. No, not Wally Shoyinka. Not like Wally Shoyinka. I'm not going to use Wally Shoyinka to describe myself. But the form one Professor Shah. I just read the form. And my mother just come. Oh my ear. She said dirty don't fool that bucket. Who you they wait for? Go carry the dirty, make go throw away. So we live in like Oakwood Street, right? And so I have to take that and put it on my head. And it's all those buckets that the under have caught. So there's this round paint cup cover that they will put it on top. You'll not carry it like that. So water, my God, you understand what I'm saying? Is dripping. And then university student, a whole me university student carry that thing for head. Now that this is what make it worse. By Morogo Junction, my babe, they live in that junction there. The finest girl in the whole world at the time. They live in that junction. I have to pass front of their house. No matter how it be, I have to pass front of their house like this. To the good streets, Edo Lodge, Nigeria Dredging Road, Morogo Road, just a go to go through with those being university student. My mother not sent. She not sent. I carry him, I go through I come. You can't carry water, because Nigeria Dredging is a dress sand. River water go come full the place. You can even swim. Come wash the bucket, do everything, you sand, watch the inside. I don't know if you guys experience that one, Sha. Lagos, and I get lawman, and I get all these people with the call carry on a dirty from the house. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that when I was growing up in Warri. Even now, I'm not sure it's still like that. So that was my lot. And that's exactly what Mrs. Sedaf is doing. A day they do show, say, give me money. If you finish your show, buy what I can't give me for sure. You see, that's my life. Nothing changed. My mother died. I married my mother again. But anyhow, let's come back. To you, Jane. To be very honest, I've seen the conversation. And most times when I see the church nag or cry over these things, I always ask, what happened to the God of the Bible? Because the God of the Bible, Elijah go don't pray for fire to come down and consume. In the Bible, people used to say this word. This is a very common word in the Bible. If I be a man of God, let fire come down, or let this one happen, let that one happen. This era now, when I say na the era of grace, when I say if they hit you on one side, you should turn the other cheek. One of the things that I noticed is that the more the church complain, I think Ashake have achieved what he wants to achieve in this age of digital numbers game. I think that the church have watched the video more than even Muslims or more than Ashake fans. And the more they complain, the more they do video about it, the more the numbers of the videos going up. And I think this is where I say that what is meant for bad has turned out to be good for Ashake. You're calling for cancellation of Ashake. It's not going to work. I saw one pastor woman calling for the cancellation of Ashake. It's not going to work. You know why? The people that like Ashake's music don't go to church. Church in Nigeria have proven to be a failed enterprise that is more concerned about business. And that's why the other day I saw a post and somebody said a church in New York is giving food, yam to members. I was like, this is where you know that you guys have failed, because it is strange that you guys are doing. That's why you're making an announcement. Those people that have food banks, those churches abroad that have food banks, they don't even announce them because it's a normal thing, it's a common thing. Those churches when they force people to pay offering, when they threaten you, say if you not pay tithe and offering, you not go heaven. They need to do them. Now because saying a strange thing, I make on they do them. So first off, nation building, una don't soil on our hand for that one. So there's not, don't bring me into your fight. There's no way me I go fight for that. As a matter of fact, if I get my way, I go do the same kind of video where I can do. Like, because the church is not really this church with this. So now that church where Jesus will use king to flog people. This church is a house of prostitute and house of gamblers. So the video I can do is a depiction of what the church really is. And if you don't like them, you can complain as much as you like. Nobody's going to cancel Ashake. Rather, Ashake numbers will go up. The more you people talk about it, the more Ashake numbers will go up. That's my position on it because I study digital numbers because of this thing. What they do, I take some digital marketing training online, and every time I'm looking at the way that they explain them, I do relate them because again, with my study of science, I don't like about Einstein because if not for him, atomic bomb no good day. So about Einstein is the reason why Nagasaki and Hiroshima happened. That's one part of him. There's the other good part of him that made science to advance because that's not the only thing. The study of atom is not the only thing that I did. But with his relativity theory, I'm always trying to relate everything, one thing to the other. And I think that anything you do, consider, does it impact on the number of this person or not? And I think what the church have done, all of the people that are lamenting about Ashake have improved his numbers greatly. So I don't think that they have the power to cancel it. Again, the church does not speak with one voice. Now, let me push it further down. Remember when the church was attacking Big Brother? Guess what? It was that year that they attacked Big Brother that Big Brother have the highest numbers in terms of revenue from views, from comments, and all that. So the church is using their powers in reverse. So, I mean, again, it shows how much they have failed because we've not had people. We've had people who told us that a pastor is going to become the vice president of Nigeria so that God will use him to repair the house. The house, in that 8 years, the destruction where the house get now, it will take us another 50 years to fix. That's how bad. When a pastor get there, they say when the righteous are in power, the people rejoices. The righteous went into power and the people see shege. The people see shege. And the pastor was always on the microphone lying to the people. So there's a good pastor, but even in the Bible, Eli was a good prophet until he became a bad prophet. So he never even know what thing they do again. They don't even know what to be the voice of God again. God, they call Samuel for house. He not quick, no. Now so he own fire, he own family, Ophina and Phineas and the rest of them, they die. So the only picky way survive when they born up, the cinema Ichabod. So sometimes it's not just because you call a place a church, means say that they do the work of God. Let's get away with the church. Let's pass that one. Come on. So there's another message. Somebody said me, look, man, this is the first time I'm receiving a message from him, but this one is not even in my what's it called? WhatsApp. It's on my Twitter DM. Hello, Edafe. Good day. I'm reaching you from Uzbekistan. Man, people they travel shah. I'm reaching you from Uzbekistan. I follow your show a lot, and I see quite a few Nigerian players that come from Nigerian league to play in this part, and after not making it, they get into some odd jobs, menial jobs like the ones that we're doing, and I'm wondering why can't they go back to the league? Now, my question is, what can make Nigerian league bigger and better that players like these who have the talent but cannot make it as I can still go back to Nigeria and make a good living for themselves? Okay, that's a very key question. Again, I mean, it's my area of expertise. This one I can flow without without worrying that somebody would come and cancel me. Okay, first off, the Nigerian league. One of the things that I got to know in producing the league last season is that the league does not have brand identity. Every other thing is fine, but our league, the MPFL, does not have brand identity. So let me explain to you. What does Coca-Cola sell? Coca-Cola sell excitement. So Coca-Cola does not sell you drink. The drink they sell is Fanta, Sprite, and the rest. But Coca-Cola, from the opening, because Coca-Cola itself is poison, right? But Coca-Cola sell excitement, and that excitement is what people pay for when they buy Coca-Cola. That's why they are the most popular brand. When they advertise the brand, they advertise the excitement that Coca-Cola gives. Red Bull, does not sell you energy drink. They sell you excitement. They sell you the will to go further than your normal ability. And that's key. Okay. Let's use sports brand now. The Premier League does not advertise football. Mm-mm. The Premier League is an entire package of tourism, destination. Tourism is part of destination travels and communal living. That's what the Premier League sells. That's something that the other leagues have not been able to get right in terms of the advertising, because your brand must be appealing to people. People must know that. That's why when we talk on YouTube, we say it's a community. This is not a radio station or a TV station. This is a community of people. That's why you can take your ad-earned money in Balablo economy, and a digital farmer will send me 10,000 naira. Probably that could be his last money, but he sees it like, this is my community. More like what the church does in Nigeria, especially. It's a community, so you can sow your last seed. You can do and hope that the God of heaven will bless you, right? But in this case, you have to have a brand identity. You have to have a reason why people are getting in on your league, and that reason, you must also feed the conveyor bets. Okay, if you've ever worked in construction, road construction, for instance, which I worked in when I was in Escravos, when I was supervising the building of the airport, the runway in Escravos, and I feel like that's one great achievement that is always going to be my name. You understand that when you mix bitumen, asphalt, granite, concrete, cement, sand, aggregates, that's what they call it. You mix them together, they run on a conveyor belt. Now, that conveyor belt represents a supply chain. If anything happens to that conveyor belt, there's a crusher that crushes all the big stones and everything, put them in a bucket, in a mixer bucket, and then he mixes it. And what comes out is what you call the tar, the coal tar that tars the road. Okay, you put bitumen, which is the liquid. You put cement, you put sand, you put aggregate or granite or stone, rocks, and then they enter that bucket, and good measures press together, good measures shake it together, running over, or press down, good measures press down, shake it together, running over a period of time. What comes out is that black thing, as they say. No matter what you good shop, now black shit you go shit, right? That black thing that you not call quota, that you not take, put it in a dump truck, go there, you spread it, and you dump it, and then you get the lever machines that comes and flatten it, the roller, everyone, I mean, we're doing road construction here now, but that's a work, that's a function. But that conveyor belt, if somewhere along the line the thing cut, production line will cut. If something happened and there is a big rock that cannot be crushed by the crusher, it would, in very short time, in 30 seconds, create a pile up that might cause you a very big problem that will, stop work for days. What do I mean by that? In the Nigerian football food chain, we have not identified the brand as, this is why people should buy into the brand. Buying into the brand means fans should be able to say every weekend. Now look at some of the viewing centers that people go to watch game, and the people that are there. So some of the people are bigger than the viewing center. They mix up with people who body odor and the rest. You know why? They are buying the energy, the entertainment value of the Premier League. So anywhere they can get it, they will go and watch it. That's one part of it. Or the lounge, the eyebrow people or the middle class people, the lounge that they go to watch game, and you see them sitting there, loud noise, smoke, as soon fish is going, as soon is going on, barbecue fish, the smoke are all blowing in their face. They want to watch their favorite team, and then joining that argument with total strangers that they don't know, and peradventure they make friends and eventually do business. That's what the Premier League says. The NBA does not sell basketball. Basketball is the thing that brings everybody together. But what the NBA does, it sells entertainment, premium entertainment value. Just like the NFL, for instance. The NFL sells premium entertainment. Look at it from this angle. Musicians get paid to perform at Las Vegas, MGS, MSG, Madison Square Garden and Staples Centers at different places, okay? But when you perform that 13 minutes of halftime show in the NFL that will be watched by over 1 billion people according to the media numbers, you don't get paid a dime to perform there. But guess what? the artist always pray that they are called upon, that Jay-Z and his team, because Jay-Z is the guy that is responsible for doing the halftime show. But let me tell you how the halftime show came about. The halftime show in 1991 or so, the Wayans brothers were doing a sitcom, and they realized that the greatest television moment is that 15 minutes of the NFL halftime. And so what they did was put $1 million in that 15 minutes for the broadcast, the official broadcaster, that when they go on break, that 15 minutes that is vacant, that people walk around, go and buy snacks, go and take hot dog and the rest, on every TV that is broadcasting the league, the NFL, the Super Bowl that day, that their sitcom, I've forgotten the name of the sitcom, that their sitcom would air. That should their rating over the top. Talk about strategic marketing. The NFL people didn't like it. By 1993, they now bought out the halftime. That's how they created the halftime show. Michael Jackson, remember, I think it was in Dallas also for the Foxborough Stadium also. Michael Jackson had that great performance. And since then, what they now do is make the halftime show larger than life. So when the Super Bowl is done, sometimes you don't even remember who made the wide receiver that made a wonderful catch, the quarterback that made the throw, the guy who blocked, and you don't remember. What they talk about is the halftime show. Was he better than Michael Jackson, or was he better than Whitney Houston, or was he better than Beyonce? Beyonce had performed at the halftime show twice, or was he better than Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, and Eminem, and Mary J. Blige, or was he better? Like the greatest of them all now is the Usher, the last one, this year's owner. And I remember when Prince came in and did the Purple Rain, and even God got involved. You know, that's when you listen to the media in America, that's how they analyze it. God got involved. You know why? He was singing Purple Rain and the rain began to fall. There is no way in the world you convince America that God is not involved in that performance. My point here is the NFL, the NBA, the what's it called? The Premier League, even the La Liga, they sell premium entertainment. And that's why when you live in England, it's different from when you're watching it from maybe Nigeria, outside England. You go to the stadium, you hear hospitality suit, and you start seeing people talk about the food, the treatment. We can't watch you. Not be hotel you go. But in that 2 hours or plus that you will be in the stadium, you talk about the food, the class, the service, and all that. Hey, guy, not be playing with it. But we're supposed to just watch the game and go. But those are the things that they sell that drags people there. And people know that, once I pay for hospitality suite, I would have people to discuss business with. I might leave this, I might spend $1 million or €1 million or 100,000 euros in this to get this ticket. But at the end of the day, I might leave here with the 200 million business proposition, right? So that's the thing that they do. So the Nigerian football organizers must learn how to make it a business. And then that business model is what people will now buy into. The other day, I was having a conversation with a friend and I said, hi, but let's say, for instance, now, Sporting Lagos come and say, you know what? We're going to get premium membership. And our premium membership, we're going to go buy this coach bus, okay, with AC, with food service, we'll serve you food, everything. This customized bus, we'll go to US, do a customized bus, and we would have like 100 members who will pay, say, 200,000 naira or 300,000 naira premium membership. And this bus will be situated somewhere. Okay, so maybe let's say Onikon. For away games, you drive your car, you park in the car park safely, and then you enter the bus, and then they take you. On that journey, there is just a whole lot of fun. You're missing up with some classic people for that money. So calculate 300,000 by 100 people or 1,000 people. It depends as the number grows. And you see how that becomes the biggest thing. Everybody will be looking forward to that travel, that road trip. You can say, okay, we are not going to use the bus to go far up north. So we can do southwest, we can do the east, the south, all of this region that are seemingly safe. So we all go there and we have our escort. When we arrive there, before you get there, you already have made arrangement with hotel people. You that is traveling, you will pay for your hotel. But we've made arrangements, so we tell you the options that are available. Do you know how much money will come into the league by doing that? But we've not even scratched the surface yet. So the league is not yet a brand that is identifiable. We're still playing charity football. We're still playing quote and unquote now. We take the boys off the street. We feed them twice a day. In the words of Godwin in Akena, we feed them twice a day and we take them off the streets. We're still doing that. until the day we identify our league and say this league, what's the purpose of the league? The purpose of the league is to give you premium lifestyle, is to take you from here to there. And associating with the league makes you, Dr. Kelechi went to school to be a doctor, but he's popular for being an Arsenal fan. Just by being an Arsenal fan, he's popular. He gets invited to CAF event. When he goes to stadium, he get premium treatment, the same media accreditation that we all get, but he gets to sit with the high and mighty because he's associated with a league that have premium value. When a YouTuber like me, okay, Robbie R and his gang came to Nigeria, the governor of Lagos State opened the state house for them. They came in to show you that they didn't even have plan for the governor. They gave him a jersey that did not have his name or his initial on it. That's to tell you that when they were coming, the governor of the state was not part of their plan. But the governor had, these people are internal, invite them in. I'm just trying to give you how much value the Premier League have. That I don't think that the governor would invite anybody that is a YouTuber in the MPFL. But Toby Adepoju, myself, or anybody, Fatil, to come to the governor's mansion or the state house to come and do any razzmatazz. No. So we must first off have that brand identity and sell something that attracts people. Then that money will not mean that we will pay the players more, the coaches more, and then they will be driven by that opportunity. Then we can go. I hope I've answered that question and we can go back to the show. So last night it was Arsenal's turn to play their standing game. Everybody have played, everybody's position have been known. They've decided, Man City came back and there's Champions League tonight anyway, but Man City came back from a losing position in the derby and shattered the record of Manchester United. Every time they are leading going into the half, they end up winning the game, but they don't lose. Sometimes they draw. But Man City was not part of that script. They're not even interested in that script anyway. And Arsenal, it was their turn to play game number 27, and they did justice to it as they scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals. Now, the question is, what has changed? This is the Arsenal team that couldn't beat West Ham, Fulham, Aston Villa. They have struggled in some games, managed to get past the line. Now they are scoring goals like goals are going out of fashion. Since January, since they came back from Dubai, the hot weather training, they have been scoring goals. Even me as an analyst, it's defying. I don't even know. I can't place a finger on it. I don't know what they've done that other people are not doing. And in 27 games, they've won 19, just like Liverpool, just like Man City. They've won 19, but the difference is in the draws. Okay, Liverpool have drawn 6, but they've lost only 2 games. Man City have drawn 5, lost 3. Arsenal have drawn 4, lost 4. That's why they are in third position. But I was telling my cousin who's an Arsenal fan who was at the stadium for the match last night, I said, last season Arsenal played the ball of their life. They ended up not winning the league title. What would even profit this team if they play this match, this kind of football, score this number of goals and end up not winning the title? What again would Arsenal do to win the title? Because as far as I'm concerned currently, since January, Arsenal is the best team in the Premier League, not in Europe, in the Premier League. And a team that has scored 68 goals, considered 23, obviously have the sharpest attack and the meanest defense, okay, by the skin of their teeth compared to Liverpool, but they've lost 4 games this season. So when you look at Arsenal as an analyst, you now out there who watch Arsenal, let's leave the other teams, let's talk about Arsenal on the comment section, please. I want your take. What do you think have changed in this Arsenal team? And I must say that Arteta have gradually grown. Okay, so for those of you who are saying that Arteta is not doing anything, it took Alex Ferguson 6 years to win his first Premier League title. It took him 3 years to win his first title for the club. It took Arteta 6 months into the job to win his first title, the FA Cup. Since then, he's taken a team that have not qualified for the Champions League for 7 years, 7 seasons to qualify for the Champions League, and they're still in the competition. Okay, they have a chance to win the return leg. If they keep scoring like this and they can score like this against FC Porto, we know that they will go through. But FC Porto have an undeserved 1-goal lead, okay, from the first leg. We'll see what happens at the Emirates. But whatever it is, I remember I asked a question the other time here. Should Arsenal prioritize the Premiership and forget about the Champions League because eventually they will not still win it, okay? But hey, I need to hear your take. I need to get your take on this one. Tonight, Bayern Munich, from the first leg, the result was not what we all expected. Everybody thought that, no, Lazio were not doing well. Bayern were going to go there, even though their result at home in the league is terrible. But Lazio won them 1-0. So this is a game where Lazio just needs a draw and they will go through them. And that also means that it's a wild opportunity for some other teams who are aiming, because when Bayern get knocked out, you're now hoping that Real Madrid get knocked out. I still think that this title is Man City's title to lose. I think that they are better suited for the Champions League to defend it, but I also still stand by my prediction that I don't think they would win the Premier League. Well, this weekend we will see them play against Liverpool. I'll be in Ghana when that is happening. We'll see. But then the rest of that would try to overturn an undeserved 2-goal deficit. I thought that game in Paris, they should have gotten a draw from it. But then that's a story for another day. They lost that game. So now it is up to them to do whatever they can to change the tide. Now, let's come back to the Arsenal talk. What do you think Arteta have done? Studying Arteta from where he's coming from and where he is right now, what do you think Arteta have done different that is now made this team? One, have you noticed that this period, this window where they're scoring goals like goals are going out of fashion? Score 6 against West Ham. Is it West Ham? 5 against Burnley. They're scoring goals like, it's not a hard thing to score goals. This same team was struggling to score goals recently. And now they're scoring goals like goals are going out of fashion. That even in the process is certainly keeping clean sheets. So let's look at the Rolodex of Arsenal's last couple of matches that they've played. Yes, they lost to Porto 1-0, but they played Sheffield, they won 6-0. They played Newcastle, mighty Newcastle, that was a thorn in their flesh last season. They won 4-1. They played against Burnley 5-0. They played against West Ham 6-0. Come on. This team is on a different road. They played against Liverpool, almighty Liverpool. They beat Liverpool 3-1. 2-1 winners against Nottingham Forest. That was a bit difficult for them. 5-0 winners against Crystal Palace. 2-0 they lost to what's it called? Liverpool in the FA Cup. And Fulham. Remember, Fulham, the last game they played in 2023, they lost to Fulham 2-1. But since then, look at what they've done. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight wins in the Premier League in the year 2024. My question is, what has Arteta done to this team that's changed? A team that couldn't beat Fulham, that couldn't beat West Ham, all of a sudden last year, the end of last year, all of a sudden scoring 6-5 goals like it's a normal thing. That's not the new scoreline. That's the new 1-0 in football. What do you think Arteta have done to this team? What can you notice that, okay, this is a remarkable change that has happened? Let me go to the comment section. It's 37 minutes on the clock, going to 38 one. Let's see what you guys have got to say on that one. And people are still trashing, Man United, Eric Ten Hag. They're still trashing, what's his name now? The striker, Rashford and Anthony. Again, beyond Arteta, do you think it is time to tell Anthony that you can go? Okay, call your agent, look for somebody to come and buy you. Obviously, nobody will buy him for that price. Just like Arsenal lost money on Nicolas Pepe. Should they be willing to sell him? Because he came in, as bad as Rashford was, after scoring that goal, Anthony came in and he just did not add any value. He didn't get off the line. He didn't make one cross into the balls. He didn't, bring in threat to Man City. Yeah, this is Man City. We can also argue that Man City is such a solid side that you don't just win against them. But hey, what do you think? Should they let him go? Just as the question is also rising on Mikhailo Modric. Should Chelsea look for her to sell him? I say, you know what? I mean, your love was always Arsenal. There's nothing here for you. And let's change the conversation. Okay, so let's start with Tosin. Tosin Leomade says, Teresa is doing quite well, though. Make she show us her eating skill with Ghana delicacies. Teresa, where are you? You better come and see who they are talking to you here. Mm-hmm. You better come and show them your eating skill. But that girl, with all that food, she did work out too. So don't just think that she's just eating. She plays for the national basketball team, right? So I just plucked down like I saw this girl. I think I like her. I think she talked. We want Twitter space. Shino Keleji and the rest of them, and I was just listening. On that one was the Twitter space that I went there as an observer. It's not my conversation. I just wanted to enjoy people talking. I just heard her speak. I said, man, this is a basketball player. She's eloquent. She's very, very well articulated. Even though she's not a fan of Atiku, I think there's something there. And then I reached out to her. They had me. I reached out to her. I said, What do you think? Do you have a plan to be in the media, to be a media person? And she said, "Oh, that's her dream. That's what she wants to do. She studied mass comm in university in the US. Blah 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 blah. English language, many things. It's okay. Can we work together?" And the rest, as I say, is history. We're going to Ghana now. We shall see how it goes. And DJ Lavoma say, congratulations, all African games. Here we go. Yes, so tomorrow morning, we are on the way. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. I'm very, very nervous. I've not done all African games before. Normally my thing is football. So I know, go to the World Cup football commentaries. This is your job. I know what to do. African Cup of Nations, we're shooting a film, or I'm going there as a reporter. I know what to do. All African games, I don't know what to do. I won't lie to you. I've done all the research, I've done everything. And then with the way I'm looking at Ghana, there is really no structured organization. So it's gonna be to your tent only Israel. Plus the fact say I not get money. I keep saying this thing. I'm broke. So I don't know. We might get there and get stranded. The speed where I go take run come back. If the money just small, one can say, this thing, gonna carry us past another day. Our transport fare, now it remain. Oh yeah. I'm coming back home. I'm coming. I'm going back to Cali. I'll be going back to Nigeria. Okay, Adegbala Oluwacha for me say good morning, bro. I hope you're doing fine. Yes, I am. He said lack of proper planning may make us list out of the World Cup again in 2026. I hope that will not happen. It's possible it will happen. Oh. It's looking like it will happen anyway. But let's keep our fingers crossed first. Lord Mayor, it's been a while. Greetings, boss. He said, what will you say about Posco saying Foden is better than Lampard? Yeah, I heard it. Let me talk like my 4-year-old son. I heard it. I heard it when Posco said it. The fact does not point to that. And like I've always said, I'm a media person. So sometimes people are told to say certain things. The other day I shared Gary Neville's response to something in a group where they were bashing him, and he said it was pre-planned. It was pre-planned for him to talk like that, to raise controversies, to get talking points, right? So I've always said to people that, listen, when it comes to media, certain things are pre-planned, certain things are arranged. Yeah, they are arranged for to get people to react. That's how media works today. Today's media is about clickbait. And if you go by, I mean, I've seen people come to me and tell me that my headlines are too flat. I should be writing controversial headlines. That's not my style. It's not my style. I don't have to tell a lie to get people's attention. No, the story is the story. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like them, leave it like that. So sometimes I avoid those kind of things, right? But in the world that we live in the media world that we live in, lies, controversial take really hit me. I'm the king of controversy. I mean, I'm so good at doing it. They called me Mr. Controversial for a very long time. Between 2004 and 2012, that's my name. So it's not like I don't know how to do controversy, but I don't think I'm too old to sell my brand on lies. I'm good at what I do and I focus on it. I think what he did there was, first off, this thing that they do in the US where anybody who start playing basketball and just, have 1-2 good seasons, they compare it to Michael Jordan. And every time, Michael Jordan played 15 seasons in the NBA, won 6 titles, and everybody's standard have to be Michael Jordan. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won more NBA rings than Michael Jordan. But, Michael Jordan is the beginning, is the foundation of when the league went from a sports league to a business league. So he's the head of the Mount Rushmore. And so this is what they are doing now with Phil Foden. First off, if you see it's strategic. First off, Rio Ferdinand came and said Phil Foden is world class. Bukayo Saka is not world class. When the conversation destroyed that space, they are now bringing it to Frank Lampard. And if you say Phil Foden is better than Frank Lampard, then you almost are saying that Phil Foden is better than Postecoglou, because it is hard for me to accept that Postecoglou is better than Frank Lampard, right? And I agree, but Postecoglou is world class by every shade of the word. I mean, this is the guy everybody wanted to be like. So good. Iniesta watched him and cried and named his own son Paul. That's how much Postecoglou is as a football player. Fantastic player, great player. But I think, in my opinion, I think it is sacrilegious, it is disrespectful, it is rude, it is insolence of the highest order of recalcitrant proportion to say Phil Foden in the same sentence with the great legendary Frank Lampard. May have been a terrible coach, but as a player, his know-how, his ability to arrive. Do you know how much goals? What's it called? Frank Lampard have more goals scored in the Premier League than a low tons of strikers. And you are putting Phil Foden. No. That conversation shouldn't be heard from a few football purists. But again, from a media clickbaiting, that's why we're talking about it now. From a media clickbaiting perspective, that's a good one. It reminds me of when we used to do Hatako. You know, Hatako is like the stupidest show we ever did. But it's one of the shows that is loved the most by people because the way the world works, the way the human brains work, is that humans tend to gravitate towards rubbish than the right thing. So we could be doing some very fantastic show, doing some great, incredible factual statistics-based analysis. You see people calling in on the show and insulting me. Shut up. You don't know what you're saying, right? But one tackle, the same person who says shut up, you don't know what you're saying. I'll be saying rubbish. Like I'll say something like Abu Dhabi is the best midfielder to ever play in the Premier League. If he didn't have it, he's even better than Yaya Toure. And people will vote for me. I supported that. I feel like, are you serious right now? Are you normal? And then I'll win. Are you normal? Alexis Sanchez is better than Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo put together. I will win. Pato have more potential than Ronaldo da Lima. I will win. That's how the world. People like to hear nonsense. That's why them Gist lover, Tunde Ednot, Blessed CEO, people who should be hawking gala in traffic are more popular than the people that are giving you the real substance. Because that's what the world like. So clickbaiting is always going to be in the media. It's not going to go away. And I think that Posco's practically said that for clickbait, for media clickbait, not necessarily because he can go back home and look at his children in the face and say, I believe that thing I said. No, I don't think so. Lord Mayor, I remember when I was on the show with Murphy one time, and Murphy asked me a question. It was the time where Pato was dating Silvio Berlusconi's daughter. And then they broke up, and that's the end of his career. The mafia dealt with him, showed him he can't come here and do nonsense, right? And Murphy asked me the question. I said, "Would you date the boss's daughter?" And this is the time I was married, and like some have. And I answered it. My first response is Murphy. So those of you who are listening maybe would remember this. And I said, Murphy, do you want me to give you a radio answer, or you want me to talk to you the way I would answer you this question if we were not on air? And he said, give me Elegbete's answer. And I said, the chairman does not have any daughter that's on my level. And that answer would have been the very thing that cost me my first ever experience in getting sacked. The answer came out, but the reaction, it didn't go as the chairman doesn't. If I date any of the chairman's daughter, I'll be seen as a pedophile because they're not on my level. Children will go Harvard. Children will go Harvard. We go UC, University College London, UCL, and the rest of them. Now they talk about that. But that was the fact at the time. That's Esiogenedafe. Now, diplomatically, radio answer would have been, chairman daughter, they're fine. Chairman get money. Those kind try to do eye service. Unfortunately, I'm not Sabian. Me what I say they go flog my chairman for radio. So that's the kind of guy that I am. But you see, when people go on TV, they become different people. And most time, I'm in production. Most times it is when the camera goes off. That's why you hear that some people got caught on camera or mic, mistakenly thinking that the mic have gone off, and they will say something completely contrary to what they have said on air with sweet tongue and good mouth. Remember this guy, that's the black man, Jackson, something Jackson, who was in a conference and was saying, "Oh, Obama is the best guy. Obama is the best person that will become president." The guy that failed, that lost to Jimmy Carter now in 1978 or so. And then the camera went off and he said that bastard would get a vote. You understand? So you see those kind of situation. A lot of people do them, and I always say to people, say when you want to do media, do media and just be yourself. Be honest to yourself, and the world would not end. But hey, it is what it is. People say the things that they want to say and the way they want to say. Lord Mayor say, boss, do you think that the African market is not as big as USA market? Why Arsenal choose to go to USA on pre-season tour? The money. First off, the US market is bigger than any market in the world. That's one. Two, the owner of Arsenal is an American. Three, if Arsenal is coming to Africa, let's look at the place that they will ever come to. Maybe they're not Africa or South Africa, and they put their tickets for their matches. Okay, let's say they put their ticket for their matches at $100. How many people will go stadium go watch them? That's one. The sponsors. When you do training tour, the training tour is not about the club alone. The training tour involves a lot of things. If the sponsors are the ones organizing that training tour, they are doing it in collaboration to their market and maybe their other partners. Where are they selling their product the most? If Coca-Cola is sponsoring a club, Coca-Cola will most likely take you to South America, because South Americans consume Coca-Cola way more than Africans. And again, the Coca-Cola they sell in Africa. Have you noticed that when you go to Europe, the Fanta you drink in Europe is not orange? Have you ever noticed that? Why don't you ask the question that why is it that the Fanta I drink in Nigeria that now feels like lesser quality? There's more sugar here. The one I drink in Europe is different. Quality control, it's just different. So they look at all of that and say to themselves, where we have the biggest money is where we're taking this team to. For the America is a market that they need. One, there is no African that own a club in the Premier League. The one that tried that time, I told you guys here that does he not go fit by Sheffield. Sheffield is the foundation of English football. They started English football. Sheffield United, they started English. There's no way in this world they're gonna let black person buy that club. But people thought I was stupid. Manuel Sebastian was here. We're talking that time we're in the studio. And I said, listen, this is a place where I grew up. I know this team. My papa worked for this league. I know how the system works. Haven't you noticed that black people will play in the league and be heroes? May they call coach now. They're not going to allow them coach. Once they reach administrative level, they go sleeve them out. Shey Olofijana was pathway manager at Wolves. They farm him out to Switzerland. Before you know, he not get a job again. He don't come back now. They follow us. They do MPFL on the 17th league. My point here is there are certain things that are reserved for certain class of people, certain kinds of people. And if you don't belong to that block, you're not going to be there. That's why I always say that I will live my life trying to fix Nigeria, because in Nigeria, there is no restriction for where I can go to. I can wake up tomorrow morning and I'm producing the Super Eagles game. I can wake up tomorrow morning and I'm running Nigeria football. I can be a sports minister. If I go abroad like this, so I cannot even have some certain level of dreams. Some dreams will not be possible. I will just be follow. Then maybe 5 generations after, my great grandchild will become one kid as an announcer, a black man from Africa. Now lie, that not be black man. That not people they born for. They will grow up. They will know that system. We never know your country. I don't want to be that kind of sacrifice. I'm not Jesus. I always tell my children, I'm not going to relocate abroad so that you have for your good life. No. My parents didn't do that shit for me. It's not the right thing to do. So I'm going abroad for the sake of my children. You not say you don't love your children like that. Why you lie? That's a cliche talk. You want to go abroad, go abroad. Own them. Say, I like go abroad. Oh, I won't feel among. Most of them are peer pressure. My friends don't go, make I go. So that's the whole thing. Coming to Africa, you have to ask yourself, what is the cost? What do you gain by coming to Africa? If you're not, they tried it now. Portsmouth came to play against Canopilas. Manchester United came to play. Who did Manchester United play again? Manchester United played against the team. Atletico Madrid came with their reserve to play in New York or so. So some of them have tried this market and the market is not working. And in business, now when you be startup, you continue to do some things continuously. Let's keep on trying. If you try something, like me too, I'm like that. Sure, I was doing Sweet Scoop. We do up to 18 episodes. I noticed that the numbers are not going. Man, move on. This show, you guys say I should do night show. I do night show now. The same people where they did for morning, I did for night. The people where they just say they're abroad. So if you do night show, they're not there. So I'm not keen on doing it every day anymore because it's not worth it. That's just one of the things you need to know. So in business, it's cost. You put cost on the table and like, nah, this is not worth it. And then again, remember when they came and they said when Ronnie had malaria? You remember? Malaria is easy to treat. Yes, so it's not easy to treat abroad. Though. If you get Ebola, say you get HIV. So some of those things you must also understand. The African market does not have the kind of weight. The African market have resources, but it doesn't have financial value because all our market is banked against the American dollar and the European euros and their own currency, while our resources is supporting it. So they can't come here and make any money. So they go to the place where there's money. They go to Asia, they go to Dubai, they go to America and all that. That's the clear reason. Olafat says, "Good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Looking at the way Nigerian artists have been doing it around the world, can we collaborate the league with some top artists to push it? We can. But again, so when you work hard, then let me tell you something about branding. If your brand is here, so let me put it so that you see it on the screen. If your brand is here, you are afraid to collaborate with somebody that is here because the risk is your collaboration might drag you down. You understand? So you're careful. You're here, and you know how you fought hard to get here, and you want to go up. And there is a window that you can collaborate with Jay-Z, you can collaborate with Chris Brown, you can collaborate with Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, but you're not trying to collaborate with a league that is struggling, that is in the mud. You know, not be every car will sink. You go position your car, say may they tie rope to your car to move. You know, because if you try some, your car go even sink, your car go suffer, your car go scatter. So you have to think about that. That's what the thing about brand is. Once you work out to build your brand like that, you try to protect it. If you look at even social media, if you reach out to some people, say, I want to interview you or I want to do some things with you, they look at your number and say, no, I can't. Because they're afraid that once they start lowering their brand like that, it causes a problem. I think what the league needs to do, and the clubs are not doing anything. That's the problem. The league have tried its best, but the clubs are not moving because the people running the clubs are not really as exciting, as interesting as you would expect. So they're not really doing the little things that they need to do. Until they get there, there's going to come a point. Sure, when Sporting Lagos started, they were bringing in some of these old retired musicians, some of these guys. But when the ships are done now, easy again to continue because some people can't continue with it. A time will come when that will be done, but this is not the time. We're not pushing, the league is not pushing, the clubs are not pushing their brand the way they should. So the league can do as little. And then I don't think that the media, start times, they're just starting anyway. Start times are not really doing as much as I expect them to do. But I mean, we'll see how it goes from there eventually. Henry Morris said Dubai is the secret. Let them refuel by going to Dubai again next week and come back on the 27th. Ghana Fulu. Henry Morris, you crazy. Boss. Sorry to ask, what's your take on Portiani being in the VAR room after having a controversial officiating between Forest and Liverpool? I mean, this appointment had been made ahead. So that appointment was made before that controversial situation. There is nothing you want to do. You can't change it. It's a mistake, and then they move on. You're not going to blame him for that one. It's not a major mistake that you say, okay, it looked like match fixing. The English Premier League, they all know that they fix matches. So it's not new. The owners of the organizers of the league, the business head know that the league is fixed. So it's not, you as a fan can say all the thing you want to say. The honest to God truth, those people in that board behind the curtains know that the league is fixed. What's it called? My space place say Arteta was groomed by Pep. Let's not forget that Pep also don't groom many people. And not be Pep groom ETH. I be that one with the faith for Man United. So the grooming, the manure where they take groom and nourish. So it's not about grooming. At some point, you got to own yourself and be able to do something. So we need to look at what he's doing and talk about it. Not be everything they go mention Pep put. DJ Love Format, thank you very much for giving us 10,000 naira. He say their off the ball runs have been fantastic. Their confidence has improved. I think the chemistry between Havertz and Odegaard has been great. Jorginho coming in has also given the midfield passing control. Man, when Thomas Partey entered that game yesterday, I was pissed off. He was making mistake. Can we just get to the summer and say that guy, let him go and be eating Banku somewhere sharp? Olafat said from the beginning of the season, he said he has learned from last season, which is don't overuse all your energy before January. That was why they were underperforming in December, just to reserve energy. Now that underperforming so could cause them title. So Demola Ibrahim Abiodun say, I think Martinelli now interchange from left to middle and right than hanging in his wing. And Harvard is also switching between 8-9 position. I agree on that one. Ufoma Idijala says Anthony needs to go and clear his head and then
and learn football again. If not, go back to IAS. No time to be wasting time. Talk about forward says, I think Arteta has succeeded in making the team grown into his own idea of playing football. The Dubai trip was the game changer. Good morning. Thank you very much for that one. Demola Abiodun Brian says, for the defense, I think the absence of Zinchenko is a blessing right now because Kivio has come in and is not the one to invert is more of the white now white don't invert more as Zini. Okay. Demola Abiodun Ibrahim says Odegaard also dropped deep a lot. Temitayo Tamiyu says I think the Kivio is the game changer. Guys are more focused, pressing forward with no cover. Synchronization from the midfield has been, oh god, have been done for Zini. Jorginho also is helping the team from midfield. Henry Morris said, bros, calm down, I beg. What I do again now? Scholes was paid to say what he said. I agree with you on that one. And then finally, wow, time Dorisho, 10 o'clock. Tosi Limadi says, make una leave for Scholes since the rivalry versus with Lampard can't go away now. They are not trying to drag upcoming generation into it. Yes, I think it's just for click. I mean, you can't Phil Foden. This is not me disrespecting Phil Foden, no. But Phil Foden,
it's not in that conversation yet. We shouldn't even have that conversation. Come on, let's be very honest. Phil Foden, Frank Lampard, no, nah. For tomorrow night, they'll wake up, they'll say Phil Foden better pass Steven Gerrard. And it's this kind of talk that causes problem for young players. It's not the right thing. I think I've answered every question today. Is there any other one? We gotta go now. Thank you very much for your time. It's the last one from Nigeria, from Lagos. Next time it will be from Ghana. I mean, just keep us in your prayers. I don't know. We don't know what's behind door number 2. This is door number 1. We're sure of what we're doing here. We don't know what's behind door number 2. Would it grow our numbers? I don't know. Would our subscribers improve? I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that we have these numbers that are going up and down. 12,910 today. Tomorrow is going down to 908. I want to see 100,000 subscribers. I want to see a million subscribers. But again, they say if you stay in your comfort zone for too long, good will start becoming bad. And those are some of the little things that you look at and you tell yourself, you know what? Let me try and see, test and see. I know that the Lord is good. Isn't that what they say? In church. So we're going on the road on this one purely from a test and see. It could be a success massively. It could be a failure woefully. But you see, in business, one of the little lessons that I've learned from some of the great businessmen, it is the one that succeeds that makes everybody say, oh, they are a big success. Every successful businessman fails at something. And to fail with a 10 million naira gamble, it's a crazy gamble. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy gamble. But what if we fail without trying? That's even worse, because you will be where you are, be saying, I wish I had done this. I wish I had done that. So for this year, we're going to take all this risk and see how it goes. And I'm telling you for sure that peradventure will succeed. It will work well for a lot of people. Like I was telling my wife yesterday, I said, listen, we're going to Ghana now. We're taking Joy, who's not gone outside of this country before. I mean, Ghana is like another state in Nigeria, but that's progress. Teresa have traveled all over the world, but again, on sporting job like this is her first. And then Adelaide, who went to the the African Cup of Nations as a photographer, is not traveling on our team. And then Kalejaye, who all of a sudden when this project started, I've not even gone to Cotonou. I've not gone to Italy twice, gone to Dubai, Qatar, and now we're doing Ghana, right? Let's look at it from that angle, because a lot of people keep asking me, why are you taking this risk if you know you don't have money? Okay. Let's look at it at the opportunity that these other people will leverage on eventually. Isn't that what a company is all about? One of the things I complained about where I used to work was the fact that it didn't give people the opportunity to go out, to adventure, to see the world, to go to competitions and participate and play a role and improve their CV. Because sometimes you also learn from watching other people. When you go out there, you're doing your thing, but in your peripheral vision, you're seeing somebody else do something. Like, okay, so this is how they do this thing when you're not in the studio. This is how they do this one. This is how they do that one.
I mean, and then you learn from that. So there's a wild opportunity to learn. And so all of those things, will contribute eventually. So let's keep our fingers crossed, hands across our chest, and say to ourselves that it's an adventure rather than see it as a risk. It's an adventure, and eventually it would definitely pay off. Thank you very much for being here. Organevo Okpako says Akwaba Ghana. We'll get there and we'll let you. Organevo Okpako, I not see the I not see my DM again. No. Now your money want to fly culture banga rice. I be banga soup. Where the money now? I not see the money again. No. Okay. Whatever it is, thank you very much, everybody. Let's have a great day and a great week ahead. And keep us in your prayers, whatever you do. Ooh, I see this. Now they giving us accreditation. They keep sending me message, sending us message anyhow. Come on, Ghana people, I'm gonna call down when they come, right? And we'll see what we can do. And I hope that this become the beginning of our numbers. My target is to go to the Olympics in August. I still say it. My target is to go to the Olympics, and I was working at the numbers 2 days ago. It will cost about 20 something million. Hey, okay, no, it's okay. Nah. You got because about between 25 to 30 million to go with this crew. That's hoping that we get the visas. Everybody get the visas. I will go to the Olympics. But I just think that if we are able to make it to the Olympics, it's a game changer. Everything changes. If we go to the Olympics and come back, this channel is set for life. That's what I think. But let's first of all do the All African Games and see how it works. But then follow us across all social media. Now, this is not me again. Follow this brand on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. We are at Elegbete TV Radio. Just that, the same name everywhere. Follow us, engage us, let's talk. And by the time we get to Ghana, we would provide you with the hashtag for which we are providing content, and please engage it. Now be the community. If it works for all of us. If you fail, now all of us still fails. The way other channels they work based on the community they have online, you guys be the manure that help our roots to go deep in the ground and grow. Invite your friends, take your friend phone, just take a go to YouTube, subscribe. Okay, do that. That's what we used to do when we first started this thing. Do it for us, help us to grow. Eventually, it will pay off for everybody. Having said that, thank you very much. God bless you once again. Thank you, Edija Forma, for the 10K that you gave to us. God bless you and every other person. Have a wonderful week. Like I always say, don't be the problem, please be the solution. And peradventure, you cannot be the solution. Don't stand in the way of those who are providing solution. My Italian brothers will say, arrivederci. My Latino brothers will say, hasta la vista. For me, as a warrior boy, I'll say, here, I hail you now. My name still remains Idafi. Matthew, you're going to love to come in the with Thomas Boss. Unado.